I didn't mean to stop my stream on Twitch when I did the stream to YouTube. Should be okay now. Maybe. Actually, I forgot. YouTube really doesn't like when you don't change the... You don't change the title stuff. I think I got rid of it, and I think we're good. Yes, it says I'm live right now. Good. Okay. Let's put a note real quick for YouTube chat. Do this. And we'll pin the message. Good enough. Okay. I am not watching YouTube chat anymore. Not right now. Okay. I will try to monitor. Oh, Streamlabs. Why are you like this? Hold on. We have to go here, then we go to Streamlabs here, then we log in here. And authenticate real quick. That should be fine. Refresh. You hate horror weapons. Why is that? Break balance? But it's a bow. The horror bow is such a good bow. I think anyway. Okay. There. I think I fixed Streamlabs because of course that had to break today too. Very easy to get and super powerful. Also, ad break in 1.5 minutes for those who will be affected by that. Heard from a guy who has 1,800 hours and outward to sell horror weapons but not use them. He hates them even more. Well, considering that I fought hard to get this bow, I had to play a long time, and this is the first bow that has actually felt like good. I will take it. Until I get a better bow. I know that there's gonna be better ones out there, but until I get a better one, I'm definitely gonna use it. I don't find it that broken, I don't think, to apply poison to a to an enemy with 3 arrows, because you have to then dodge them and run away for like 10 minutes. It's not like poison damage is like they fall over in 3 seconds or something. Poison does last a long time, I'll give you that. But the only other bow I've ever found a recipe for is the coral horn. And that is not anywhere close to as good as this. Are you poisoned? I can't tell. I think you're poisoned. See, I don't even have a recipe for the meteoric bow, and I've heard people say that, yeah, that's a pretty good bow too. But I don't have the recipe for that. See, like, I hope this is a thing that people realize. I think the weapons are good, like, horror weapons and stuff have a place for new players. Because there's a lot of popular opinions about that type of stuff for games like, whatever, you know, Vintage Story, Dark Souls, whatever. There's always people who've played them a bunch. There's always like a community thing of like, oh, these weapons are so broken. Well, yeah, they are. If you know how to exploit the systems that go with them, they're really strong. But as like a new player like me, who doesn't have decay armor stacking buff stuff, and I don't have any other bow other than this as an option. I don't know what the recipes are. I don't know where to go for it. I don't even know what exists. It's like, okay, for somebody like me as a new player, this is a great weapon for me to get into the game and to, like, understand the strengths and weaknesses of an element that I otherwise wouldn't probably interact with much other than traps. So, it's one of those things where I think it has a place for newer players. Mana cost. Well, I don't have anything for mana really. I'm just gonna drop that armor. I need the weight more than anything right now. I'm saving the alchemy kits because I want to sell those. Because I found them. So that's kind of one of those things. Oh, there's another guy. Hello. Oh, they were fighting a bandit. Okay, that's what all the noise was. It's one of those things where certain things like that have a place in the game. Like Dark Souls, for example. Just about every single person who's ever played Dark Souls 1 has used the Drake Sword. And the way they balance that out is in the later game, the Drake Sword kind of sucks. But it's so good in the early game that you get this, like, power struggle over with in the beginning, and you can actually like learn the game, fight bosses. Yeah, you eliminate things really easily without having to struggle much, and that sort of breaks the core concept of Dark Souls, but that only takes you so far. And I'm not saying the horror bow might not take you all the way. It probably does. It's probably a good enough bow where you can make that work, but I have a feeling there are better bows in the game that are more suited towards, you know, once you have a build and you build around it, they're even better. But the horror bow is a great option for people who want to get into archery, who don't have access to all those things, who don't know all the ways to kind of cheese that. I think. I can just go around this gate. I should go that way, but I can't. So my other option is to go this way. I'm not even sure if this is a good idea. Can I go any higher? Am I actually allowed to go past this? Is there an obvious lever I'm missing? Oh, okay. I'm looking around. I couldn't get past that. Couldn't get past this bridge. So literally the only option I have is to go that way, or what's over here? What is this? Isn't this by where I came from? I don't think there's a path over here, or am I just blind? There is a bridge. What is this all about? I think that's where I came from. That'll probably take me back to Berg. I don't want that. So, literally, the only option I think I have is to go this way. But yeah, there are definitely options for better weapons, I'm sure. Oh, hello, bandits. When did you get there? I'm not fighting you. But I think a lot of people, when they get into like a game super heavy and they know all the little ins and outs about it, they forget what it's like to be a new player. That's a really hard thing that I've like, even I struggle with and stuff when like people will talk about. I don't trust this floor. This isn't a lift. Yes, it is. People will talk about games, they'll be like, oh, you should just do this. It's like, well, I kind of forget sometimes what it's like. That's definitely a pressure plate, or looks like one. Is that a skeleton? Hello. Oh, you're fast. How did I miss? Hello. Thank you. Animated skeleton. Hello. Okay. I'll take that. We'll try the ziggurat route here. It's unfortunate that I have all this extra stuff that I want to sell. I have so many arrows. Kind of ridiculous. Guess we're taking that too. The loot goblin and me can't say no. Okay, it's time to move a stack of these to the bag. Ice flame torch, well, I don't need those really, but now I'll know how to make them. Might have to drop an alchemy kit, though that's not really gonna help. It's probably the robes that are not helping either, among all the other foods and everything I have. I've got some teas, don't I? Yes. This is one of those things. It's funny in this game. I always try to prepare for my journey, and then I bring too much stuff. Like, I bring food, and then the food ends up weighing me down later. It's not the only thing weighing me down. There's definitely other options, but it's just kind of funny. It's like, prepare, but don't over-prepare. The only reason why I would have the lantern is to set it up for pressure plate traps, which I don't really need. What is this? Jade Lich Idol. Okay. Oh. Are you one of those Twanosaurs or whatever the heck? It's not open from here. Okay. The other side, then. Ah. We've got one of those things. He's coming for me. No. Big damage. Ah, he's gonna hit me. That's fine. He doesn't do that much damage. Ah, he didn't trigger it. Come on. Get over here. He still didn't trigger it. It says empty. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. We can dodge him a little bit longer if I need to. That works. Good enough. We're not picking up the robes. Knock, knock. I should mine those just to see if I get some beetles, but I don't need the metal scrap and I don't need arrows. Aha. Oh, you're not that strong. Okay. I'm also stuck here now. Well, that's cool. Oh, don't you dare slide off. You're the archer. You don't fall. We're not doing that game. Is he gonna de-aggro now? I don't have to wait for him. I could probably make this. We'll just, It's probably poison resistant, I'm guessing. Okay, well, I don't feel like waiting anymore. So, either he cooperates or... Yeah, okay, I missed that shot. He's not cooperating. Okay, we're going down there. Take the fall damage. It's fine. He's not that strong anyway, and his AI is being a bit dumb. Phytosaur. Interesting. That's a new name. Hey, Jade Lich Idol. And that opened the door here. Okay. So what's down that way? What are you? This is a mistake. Severe poison, ethereal and haunted, lightning and confusion, High frost damage, lightning damage, confusion. We'll do some ethereal, I guess. Get your butt over here. I'm doing 0 damage to this thing. It's definitely made of metal or something. It's some sort of golem. Or it's healing. Yeah, okay. It's like deactivating and healing. Odd. I've never seen one of these things before. This feels like a defense that probably springs when you place the idol or something. Since I've got it, now I bet I place this or something and it wakes up. Or not. Interesting. Huh. You're gonna attack me now that I'm close to you? What's your deal? Well, if you insist on coming over here, dude, do it. Oh, don't back away. I need you to attack me. That's some good damage. Heck yeah. Altered Gargoyle. Well now. Hexastone. Tiny Aquamarine. Marble Fists. That seems like a weapon. Okay, I am big fat, so I need to figure something out here. I'm poisoned, taking slow damage here. I do have an antidote, but I think I can just out-heal it as long as I keep up on my foods and stuff. And the rancid water is clean. How about that? That's pretty cool, honestly. I like mechanics like that. There was no reason to really interact with that thing other than I saw it. So what's back here? Yeah, uh-huh. You're coming after me. Fine. I'm gonna just guess that fire would not work well, so... Yeah, I'm heavy enough that I'm fat rolling. Good. No ammunition equipped. Okay, game. Yeah, it still hit me. That's fine. He's almost dead. Take that. Probably take that and that, but nothing else. What else we got back here? Oil. I don't really need oil right now. I've got some back at my houses. There's another one of you. Yeah, that's gonna hit me. Okay, now he's really gonna hit me. Oh, input lag. That one really sucked. I'm not gonna die to some dinosaur. We're not doing that. That's not happening. I'm bleeding. Oh no. I don't have anything that's gonna heal me. I can make a bandage, maybe. I don't think I have enough time though. Yeah, no. Dang. That's okay. Input lag on the roll really screwed me over there. Talk to question mark. Well, I would help him if I remembered to equip my bag. Antidote. Well, that could have been worse. So where the heck am I? Okay. Okay, this is the main room again, so I need to go back this way if I want to go back to where I was. First enemy I've run into that gives bleeding, so mental note, if I see one of those, I should have a bandage on me. My stamina is non-existent. Should probably just eat some stuff. Well, I didn't die to some dinosaur, that's true. I died to the blood debuff from the dinosaur. Technicalities, yes. I didn't know they did bleeding. First time fighting one of those, first time encountering anything that does actually some sort of side effect. Oh, cool. More of that stuff. Okay, let's eat this. What is over here? Hi, you okay? I can see you far, far away. I suppose I'm doing fine. Where am I? Did I just leave? I must be on the other side of things. I must be over here. Well, then what was the purpose of the Jade Stone? That had to open something. I guess I'm going back. If I make a primitive satchel, 2-eyed and cloth, and then do that... Oh, the Jade Idol just cleanses the water. Okay, I thought it was the enemy that cleansed the water. Then I can use that 3 scaled leather to make a pack that holds 60 and lets me roll. Yeah, I have the Prospector backpack, which holds 75, and I have the perk that lets me roll with backpacks. I'm just a little over encumbered. I'm a bit of a loot goblin, so I sort of have grabbed way too much stuff. So, that's why I'm fat rolling. I have the skill, so it shouldn't be happening, but unfortunately, when you are carrying too much, it does nothing for you. Okay, so all I have to do is get all the way up here. And there's another one of those things in the way. I don't think I'm going to be able to get by him either, so we're going to have to do something with pressure plate traps again. And then hopefully after that, I can just rush to the giant village, because I really want to go there. What are you, stuck? I slowed him down when he was in water. Yeah, there's some fire. There's some ethereal. Okay. I guess I don't roll. I pressed the button. Not that I probably would have gotten through it anyway, because I'm fat. That's okay. Might need the 110 pack. Yeah. I thought about getting the heavier packs that that make it so that you're just a bit slower. But we'll see. I think I can make through it. It's just as soon as I started the journey, I found 2 alchemy kits in a chest. So like I immediately grabbed those, and they're probably not worth that much, but I immediately grabbed them, and I think that's, you know, 10 pounds of weight that just got added immediately, plus all the other stuff I found. I have no idea. Are these? Yeah, they're a fist weapon. That just seems cool. I want to keep those because they seem like they're maybe a fun weapon. I don't know why I have the hide on me. There's a bunch of stuff basically in this journey that I want to get rid of. And I got it like 5 minutes into the run, so it was either go back or just push forward, and I decided to push forward, so now here I am. But I think we'll make it now. Just turn off my lantern. Oh, come on. Alright, this one might warrant dropping the backpack, because this guy seems a bit tanky. I think I'm going to want my mobility for this. Where are you going, dude? He's also got a bow. What kind of bow are you using? Now he switches. Still got you, dude. Yeah, go ahead and block that, I'm sure. Hey, demon. Yes, I did get the horror bow, and I was immediately roasted for using it. People are like, you shouldn't use the horror bow. It's too cheap. But I haven't found any other better bows. Honestly, I don't find it that cheap right now because, yeah, I'm waiting for this guy to die, but, like, it took a while. So, I'm sure it can be a lot. Marsh Archer Captain. Well, I like the name of that, but what's he have? A recurve bow. What kind of archer captain are you? He's got an iron sword. I don't care about those. There's an ad break ending in 15 seconds. Okay. Whoever said that is wrong. This will make it more cheese-tastic by slapping Enkindle enchant. See, I don't even know what that is, and I don't even know I don't even know how to enchant, other than I've seen some stuff to do enchanting, but I've never, like, been to a person who's like, I can enchant your weapons. So, I have the money to, like, experiment with enchanting, I think, but I don't want to spend that money right now. The reason why I have so much, if you're curious, if you saw I have 14 gold ingots on me, it's because I still am exploring the world to see if there's any skills that I want. Because I did want to get into magic a little bit to go with this build. And, ooh, blue flowers. Hello. And I haven't really done any of that yet, but that's because I've been holding off on buying more skills until I see something where I'm absolutely like, yes, I want this. I am big fat. Let's drop that. Let's drop the wood. I don't really need the oil, but I've got it on me, and whatever, at this point, might as well keep it on me. Irrepressible Anger, that sounds like a fun name. See, the goal, I don't think, for me, is to build into poison. I'm just building into poison because that's what I have available to me. Because that's what's easiest to get into right now at this stage of things. Is it's really easy to make nerve gas pressure plate traps and, like, fire pressure plate traps. You know, just go with it. And the reason why I'm even into traps is because I don't particularly see anything else right now that's gonna be, like, super useful for me. I haven't discovered anything where it's like, oh, this would be really cool. So I wanted the infinite pressure plate thing. I need to shed this backpack if I'm gonna fight these guys. Not yet, anyway. Or rather, I'm sure I have, but, you know, I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm looking into more options. Stegosaur. Sure. That's accurate. You know what? Save the arrow. Here's the sniper shot. Cool. See, extreme poison I've seen like that as a thing. I figured it was better than normal poison. Like, I think the Manticore dagger inflicts extreme poison, but I'm not a dagger build. I'm a bow build, so okay, so I think I do want to go this way. So I haven't found any sort of enchantments or anything. I want to get into magic a little bit. I think rune magic could be cool. But, like, we'll see. I have to, like, get places and talk to people and see what they're offering, because I've already bought one chain skill, and that was to get the infinite pressure plates, because those have been extremely helpful. Without those, I don't think I could have even gotten this far. Being a bow-only user, like, I would have had to just make, like, 300 arrows and make the horror bow, and then just wait out poison damage forever. Which wouldn't have worked on anything that can't be poisoned. Like what I just went through with the ziggurat. So... yeah, sniper shot uses an arrow, but I didn't want to use 2 arrows. That's what I meant by save an arrow. Because I went ahead and, I don't think I would have killed it with 1 arrow, so I went ahead and used the sniper shot so that I could save an arrow. Because I think it would have taken 2. Hello, giant.
Hello, my friend.
Yes, I would like to sell all of this stuff that's weighing me down. I'm not selling the relic. These things, I don't know what they do, so I guess I'm gonna keep them for now. The scaled leather is neat, but I think I have some already back at my main house. I'm gonna get rid of, like, all of these potions. Mana cost minus 10. I'm sure I can get more of those if I really need them, but I'm not a magic build. I just wanted to see how much it would sell for. Meat can make jerky. Anti-poison properties when boiled. I should cook those at some point then. Occult remains. I probably don't need them for anything. Not right now. Okay, feeling better about that. Gotta figure out what the heck's the deal with that relic. I probably don't need the coral horn either. Interesting armor. But what can you let me make? Mantis great pick, obsidian pistol, great axe, palladium spikes. I'm sure I can make those. They can't be hard. They gotta be similar to the iron ones. Scaled satchel. That's probably the recipe that I was just told about by Yofada. Phytosaur spear. Interesting. I mean, maybe these 2 things. Okay. Inflicts poison on enemies. Neat. Unique armors and weapons. Yeah, I probably wouldn't sell it.
Hello, my friend.
Are you just a general store? Is that your thing? Trader backpack for 100, but minus movement speed. With how much I like to hold on to things, who knows, man. Do you have anything I care about? Bolt varnish, warrior elixir, survivor elixir? That could maybe be interesting. Stone flesh elixir. I mean, I got the money, so I should just spend the money and learn some of this stuff. Doesn't really bother me if I have to spend some of the silver. I still have my 14 gold ingots. So that's good for me. You have nothing. You have nothing. Pretty sure I already know how to make that, like, logically, but I'll take the guaranteed recipe, why not? Let's see. You look important. Oh, you do have something to say.
In my village? What you want? You listen, human. Off with you.
Not very talkative, is he? I have a quest demon to stop people from starving in town. It might be time sensitive. So, I'm supposed to be here. Hello, Helia. How many streams did I miss? So, I changed my DNS settings, and that seems to have fixed it, at least for today. We'll see about later, but for now, seems to have fixed it. And that took me, I don't know, like an hour to figure out, of course. After resetting and retrying and redoing everything, change that. And I think maybe that fixed it. We'll see. Okay, so you got nothing here. Yeah, it was, it was just, like, my internet is saying fine. Like, I've never had a problem with my internet at my own house. Using it, I talk to people on Discord, I stream things to them almost nightly. I stream things from Netflix and other TV services all the time. You know, I play games, whatever. I have no problems ever with my internet. The moment I go to stream, death to the internet. It just, like, doesn't work. And then I read online that changing your DNS settings can help. And I swear I did that once, but maybe they got reset somehow, so now it's better. I think, because it hasn't died so far.
Hello, my friend.
Okay, cool. So they don't really have much, apparently, for me. That's fine. I was able to sell my stuff so I can actually move now. had dinner in the meantime. Nice. I made some pasta that it's sort of based off of like a chip dip recipe that we have for like sports games and stuff like that. My grandma would make it. It's not vegetarian. Has sausage in it, but it's very good. And so I made a pasta out of it. Same basic ingredients, but added pasta and a couple other seasonings and stuff to it. And it's pretty good. I'm assuming this guy is a rogue giant. I don't really want to fight you right now, dude. I really just want to go past you. Though, he did kind of take out all of these bandits, and that's loot. And the loot goblin in me says, must loot. So therefore, giant guy here is going to experience a fire trap, I think. Maybe also one of these. Alright. There we go. Okay, he is poisoned. Steady tick damage, we take it. Giant heart garnet. Well, this all seems to be money. Plus, this will all be arrows from all these bandits' weapons and stuff. Plus, whatever they had. Arch bandit, arrows, take it. Iron axe, steel shield, take it. Sword, take it. Archer, more arrows. It was worth the time investment just for that stuff. It's more arrows than I used. I am trying to replenish a little bit. Uh-oh. Combat music. Is there combat happening? Nice. Okay. Let's see if we can't get up to Monsoon now. I don't really want to fight one of these things either. Trying to draw your friend as a Pokemon trainer. That sounds like fun. I can't draw worth a crap, but it sounds like it could be fun. Though I have to laugh every time you talk about other art projects. Not that you're not allowed to do other art projects, but then you'll talk on your stream. You'll be like, "Yeah, I need to work on my VTuber model." It's like, but you drew your friend as a Pokemon trainer instead. You're definitely allowed to do other art things. It's just, it's funny because I know that exact feeling. What the heck is this? Abandoned shed. Okay. I kind of figured getting to Monsoon was going to require not a path, since I didn't see a path to it anymore. But then I saw this building, and it was being slightly guarded, so I came over here. Ah, Wendigo. Yes, indeed. How about you carry on, and I leave? Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Hell yeah, I'm messing with you. It's much easier to do little sketches and stuff than it is to do like actual big art projects. So yeah, I'm just messing with you. Oh, hello. Supply crate. Ooh, more pressure plate traps. Not that I need 6 of them, but who knows? Going for a ride, little dinosaur. Hello, person. We're going to Monsoon. You know, it's funny that, so like when people subscribe to me on YouTube, I can't actually see the names or anything for people, but Streamlabs will tell me the names. These people have some funny names. Somebody's name is Paimon is Emergency Food. And I don't remember where Paimon's from, but he's, I think, an annoying character from some game. I don't remember what. So I just appreciate that name.
Greetings, friend.
The annoying character is Emergency Food. Now I feel guilty for not working on that. You shouldn't. You were entitled to work on whatever the heck you feel like working on. Large emerald is money. Give me that. Paimon is the little sidekick from Genshin Impact. That's funny.
What can I do for you?
See, you can tell I've never played Genshin. Not my type of game. Gold Lich Claymore, Gold Lich Mace, Gold Lich Sword, Spear, Shield. I cry every time. Nobody ever has cool bow recipes. Berg was the only place. Okay, get me out of here. I'm tired of listening to you beat on the anvil.
How can I help you?
Priesthood. Okay, magic. Got it. Never played it, but Revy does sometimes during my chat. Yeah, Revy, yeah. I remember Revy. They just went on a big ol' vacation, talk about things, like, a couple weeks ago or something. You rated them, and I listened a little bit to the vacation stuff before I dipped. Alat's Temple, Monk Trainer, Philosopher Trainer, Melon Farmer, Alchemist, Blacksmith. Okay, where am I? City Hall, so I'm here. So I need to go kind of across the street from me. I found all the bow recipes excluding the DLC. Bad game. Bad game. Give me real archery, please. How come swords get all the favorability, huh? How come there are like 14 sword recipes and like 10 different shield recipes, and you can loot them off of bandits like crazy? There's like 4 bows in the entire game.
Greetings, friend.
What do you have? Sigil of Ice, Fire Affinity, Resistance to Fire, Fire Damage, okay. Chakram Dance. Well, I'm not using chakrams. Ah, Leyline Connection, though, is a constant regen of mana. We like that. I mean, why not get Mana Ward? It's cheap.
Hey there.
Slow metabolism. Takes more time for you to become hungry, thirsty, and sleepy. Sure, I've never had that happen to me once in this game because I die or whatever, but we'll take it. It can't ever hurt to have. Brace. Blocks attack, restoring your stability, giving you the discipline boon. All nearby enemies are knocked back. Focus. Increases physical damage of your attacks. It burns a bit of your maximum stamina until the next time you sleep. Okay. Maximum stamina. Perfect strike. Counter strike. See, look, okay, this is what I'm saying, right? Bows in this game are not the worst thing. But come on, how come everybody I go to has some really cool melee fighting stuff? There's like 3 magic trainers, like 5 different martial artists of some kind, whether that's backstabbing or sword combat, heavy weapon combat, whatever. There's like all these different trainers for melee weapons, and most of their skills are universal. Stuff where it's like any melee weapon. And then there's one person for bow that I found. Come on, why do people hate archers so much? I'm just gonna get these, even if it doesn't really make sense for my character, because it's basically free, and that's why I brought the money, was to get skills. Okay, so they don't really have anything else I care about other than possibly mana regen. Possibly. I'm gonna go check out the other shopkeepers. I gotta go back up. 9 Dots' first game was called Brand. The whole point of the game was to forge a magical sword that could defeat the final boss. They kind of have a thing for swords. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love melee combat in games. I just always prefer going with a ranged archer, because some games have really cool archery skills. They do jump attacks, they do dodge attacks, they do, you know, rapid fires, they do jump on the enemy and shoot him in the back of the neck type stuff. It's really cool. The acrobatics of archery is really cool when done right, And like 9 times out of 10 I play a game that has 0 good archery. Like, it has passable archery. Bows are just one weapon in the game. How much focus should it have? But why is it not... Why don't they have more ranged weapons, is my point. They have bows. There's other things. There could have been, like, darts or whatever, blowguns or whatever you could think of. Crossbows that differentiate from bows. Then they could have had more trainers that were, like, for any ranged weapon XYZ. But because they only have one ranged weapon, there is one trainer for bow, and then none of the other trainers' skills really apply to bow. Which is a little annoying when you go up to somebody, it's like, how does this thing work? Oh, well, you do more stagger damage to opponents. Great. Only works on melee weapons. Why? I get it could be a little cheap to apply that to just like you do more stagger damage and you're shooting arrows from a range, but arrows also take a minute to draw. You know, it's not like I can just rapid fire these things like a machine gun. I have to craft them, I have to haul them around, they weigh down on me. Even if it's not much, it's still £1.50 for every single bundle I have, not including elemental ones. Like, for some of these magic people, there could have been like a magic ranged character that was like, hey, you imbue your like bow with fire or poison or lightning, you know, something, because like you use magic to augment your ranged weapon. But because they have one ranged weapon, I get they have one trainer. I just don't like the fact that there's so many like universal melee skills and there's no like universal skills that apply to bows. There's one bow trainer, you get what you get from him, and then otherwise you have to make a really good bow, or you have to like make it a crazy diverse build that somehow includes the bow of your own making. That's cool in its own way, but it is disappointing when they had a lot of opportunity to build on it and it just kind of went nowhere. Does it ruin the game? No. But every time, it's like I go to a trainer 9 times out of 10, it's just not stuff that's gonna be even relatively interesting. Like, yeah, there's probably, I think there's like one person who specializes in training with shields, but shields have like a bunch of block mechanics, and you can use some of these other skills that are like, hey, when you block an enemy, they take pushback damage. That probably works with a shield. There's just no universal stuff like that for bows. And they do have pistols, which is another ranged weapon, but they don't have anything that combines bows and pistols. They don't have, like, ranged, like, what would have been cool is, like, an artificer or some sort of mage that worked on, like, their whole thing was training you to use elemental affinities for ranged weapons. And they could apply to pistols, but there are pistols that have those effects imbued on them. You know, like, I get that, too. It's just, frustrating. Wow, free alchemy kit. Okay. That's all I'm saying about it. Yeah, there's no blood arrow and frost arrow. There's no, there isn't that type of stuff, you know? That's all I'm saying. They just, they kind of missed the mark on that. And I feel it. I feel it as a neglected, like,
What do you need?
Weapon class of the system. Yes, they have it in there. It's not neglected as in there's nothing for it. But I can go to so many different trainers in this game with a sword and a shield. If I just did a standard warrior build, sword and shield, sword and board character, I would have so many combinations of things I could do. I could add magic to this, and you know, the magic could have like area of effect. I can add traps like I'm doing with the bows and draw them to me. That way they're weakened, poisoned, stunned, whatever, and then I attack with my sword. I can get all these monk things that I just found that were like, when you block, when you do this, it, you know, they bounce off of you, or your stamina is, you know, whatever the one with the stamina was. It was like you lose a bit of max stamina, but you get this discipline boon, which works on any melee build. It's like, wow, these are such really cool things. And then I go to Berg and I meet one guy who at best gives me piercing shot with the sniper, and he gives me the 3 arrow type shots, the dodge shot, the sniper shot, and the piercing shot. But the piercing shot is locked behind the chain skill, and then the other things, since he's a hunter, are about, again, like melee weapons. It's like, oh, you do brutal attacks with an axe or something. It's like, why? The only thing I want is the piercing shot, and it's locked behind a chain skill. And I only get 3 of those in the entire game.
Well met, friend.
No, it's not. It's not entirely. It's just not super useful, honestly, when I was reading it. It's like, give me a discipline boon. Well, actually, I don't know what the discipline boon does exactly, but this, yeah, which increases the physical damage of your attacks. Like, yes, okay. Discipline boon increases physical damage of attacks. Good, would work for archery, for sure. But, like, why would I do that over just why would I burn some of my maximum stamina so that I have this discipline boon, which is probably limited? I don't know. I'll use it if I can. Cool. I have discipline boon. How long does that last for? Yeah, it lasts for 240 seconds, so 4 minutes. Physical damage up by 15, and I lose some of my maximum stamina for that. You know, 15% more physical damage is cool, but like, when you shoot an arrow like one per second instead of doing like 3 hits per second, that's a little less of an impact. It just doesn't synergize as well with a bow. And then the other one was like, oh, when you block, you get the discipline boon. Really cool. Be great if I had a shield, or if I was just using a sword and was blocking with the sword. You know, like that's... yeah, restore stability, giving you discipline boon. Yeah, that's really cool. And that's like a monk ability that I could use on any melee character. So I'm just gonna have to get into magic, I think, to augment this character to make them better.
Welcome to Elat's temple, traveler. Be at ease. All are welcome here.
Like, to draw a comparison, if you think about, like, and I've done this before, and I hate making this comparison because I don't honestly love Skyrim that much, but Skyrim is a good game for generalizing skill trees and stuff. They did a really good job with that because archery is a skill, and you have archery effects, like level 100 archery is like you paralyze the enemy, they can't move. Awesome. There's a chance of that anyway. But it also synergizes with the sneaking skill because you get extra damage when you sneak shot. And it also synergizes well with the smithing skill because the better bows that you make, the more damage you're doing. It also synergizes well with enchanting because the more, like, the stronger the enchantment you put on your bow, the more cool stuff that you can do. Like, all 4 of those are really good, and those are 4 separate skill trees in Elder Scrolls. This game feels like it has 1 skill tree for bows. You could also get into the rune magic, which will help you set up, like, defenses and do other cool effect things. But it doesn't feel like it really synergizes with it. Because if you play Skyrim and you use just the archery tree, it's passable, but it kind of sucks. Nobody is running out straight into combat using a bow and not being sneaky or stealthy with it. That is the synergizing. It could do far more, but at least it has that. Not to crap on this game. I like this game. I know I've been ranting for a minute here, but I'm hoping it's not so much considered as a rant, just like my honest thoughts about it as like feedback is. Oh, that's just free. Okay. It just feels a little neglected in certain areas. But I'm definitely going to play through this game again. I just don't know if I'll ever do archery again unless I find some really cool, awesome thing. If you favor two-handed maces, you may learn the slow but powerful Juggernaut Strike. Well, I don't favor two-handed maces. That's another thing. I have yet to find a person who has a skill that is like, if you favor the bow, let me teach you this. There might be one out there. I just haven't found him yet. Yeah, and like, that's the thing. I'm not trying to crap on this game. I just like, this is what I meant by like, I could kind of tell when I started this game that it wasn't really gonna be like great bow combat, because there are builds to have a good bow for sure, but you really have to lean into it. Whereas if I was a melee character, like my experience at the beginning of this game, I had a simple bow as backup, but I used the brutal club that I found off of a bandit. And, you know, I looted him, and then I got a different guy that had a tower shield that was something I looted because he fought mantises and lost. You know, it's like, it's crazy that I was able to find a really strong early game weapon and a really good shield without even trying, but I had to run out of the region and into Berg to find a guy that would give me skills for archery, and then I had to buy the recurve bow, then go out and farm coral horn to make the coral horn bow so that I had a bow that was passable enough for me to explore the Enmerkar forest. Then I struggled in the desert for a long time until I got the pressure plate traps, spammed those, and then I finally have the horror bow. It took me so long to get to this point, and I feel like if I still had the brutal club and the tower shield, I would have just walked through the desert. Like, there are better weapons, and I found better weapons. I found so many different like spears and swords and axes, and those are all melee weapons that go really well with a melee character. It's just so crazy.
Wait, what?
Use my entire stock of marshmallows in my experiments. There's really a tricky ingredient I need brought in.
Can you help with this?
Well, I need 5 marshmallows and 1 phytosaur horn. I have the horn. Marshmallows shouldn't be too hard to find, though they're pretty heavy. Okay, well, I have that. I have 4 marshmallows. If I can just get 1 more of those, then I can do that. Are there any marshmallows in town? Sometimes places like to have little, you know, like berry bushes and stuff. Who are you? Are you important?
Watch yourself out in the marsh. It's never safe out there.
Either be lizard food or end up swimming in toxic water. I want to train with you. Boon of Blessing. It will protect you from the light and lightning magic from your opponents. Increase the power of your own. Sure.
Listen to me. Watch yourself out in the marsh. You've been out into the swamp recently, haven't you? I've been waiting on a... He would have come via the Pilgrim Road.
Yeah,
If you find him, please, let me know, eh?
Yeah, okay, see if I can find that guy, maybe. Maybe I can save him before bad things happen. We need to sleep and we need to eat. Let's find a spot near... Where's the gate? That goes to the Hallowed Marsh, and that's the only gate. Okay. This is the merchant shop. That's that. So if I go this way, there should be exits, I think. So we'll just chill out right about... I guess... here? I should probably repair. Melee is significantly harder. Bows being able to do damage from range without setup is big. Yeah, but you also trade damage for having to have a supply of arrows, which is not really that easy to do early game. Like, yeah, you can scrap bandit weapons into metal scrap, and you can make arrows with wood and metal scrap, and you can, you know, buy arrows. They're not that expensive, but you just don't have to do that with a melee character. If you stack up on healing boons and other food boons, I'm sure that melee can be fine. Not that bows aren't fine. There is a thing, like, that's the thing. The argument for bows not being strong in a game is because they can attack from range without much threat. And I understand that argument, but the gameplay loop of that is usually not all that fun when it could be so much better. An archer doesn't have to just sit at the farthest distance range and hit somebody in the back. Like, there could be a lot more stuff we could have for mechanics with archery. More aggressive options where you know, dodge behind an enemy and shoot them with your bow, or, you know, you trip them up some way, and while they're down, you whatever, grapple them. More like monk-like, but you still have a bow as your main weapon. Oh, yeah, I never took care of these guys, right. Basically, we've all seen Legolas from Lord of the Rings do really cool stuff with his bow and arrow, and then nobody has ever tried to replicate that. They've all been like, yeah, the archer just sits back and shoots bows and arrows from range and hopefully kills the enemy before they reach them. Like, yeah, cool, I guess. But, you know, where's my Legolas fantasy? Also, one slight thing about bows that I wish they could have taken care of. Why do arrows not auto-reload? Why do I have the whole, like... I have a stack of arrows, and I run out of that stack, so I have to quick swap more arrows onto my belt. I know that they're bundled in quivers, but... I would have bought a passive skill that said you can hold 50 arrows in a quiver instead of 15. Small things like that. We need melon, huh? Maybe over here by the tree. That's wood, obviously. Maybe up here a little bit more. There's a Legolas-esque bow skill in the Three Brothers DLC. Could be fun. Should probably actually use one of these traps. I should have sold some of my pressure plates. I didn't realize... I forgot that I had picked up a couple more when I was out. Oh well. It's a strafe shot, basically. You shoot left or right or whatever direction out of the way of an enemy and then do that type of stuff. Sounds cool. It said you use 5 arrows for it, so I would assume it actually consumes 5 arrows from your inventory to do that. This doesn't seem like the type of game to just magically make 5 arrows appear. Oh, is he running away now? Ah, so he's like a deer. Okay, got it. He's like the deer, where they get hyper aggressive at you, and then when they take too much damage, they just decide to run away. Cool. Good to know. I got a mushroom. This stuff is used to make my ethereal damage pressure plates, I think. So, grabbing all of that. Oh, hello. I did not see you guys. Okay, he's poisoned. Oh, I missed that shot. Okay. Whee! She also poisoned? I don't think so. Okay. The build I see being the hardest in this game, honestly, is a melee build where you don't dodge. That would probably be the most difficult build in this, I would assume. Because dodging is everything. Unless you have complete and utter negation of an element, I don't think, like, blocking the Ice Witch's magic attack would really work. I'm pretty sure you kind of have to dodge that. Otherwise, you're gonna get affected by it. Because in my mind, I try to think about it like this. If you have 3 main classes, a mage, like a rogue type character, and a warrior, and you tried to live as true to those classes as possible, where a warrior wouldn't use magic. He also probably wouldn't dodge very much. He would block and he would fight, stand his ground. If you used a ranger type character or a rogue type character, they would probably be quick, nimble, dodging, fast, you know, daggers, bows, short weapons, that type of stuff. And if you're a mage, you're using magic, but you're going to be squishy, no health, no shields, no weapons, just magic. Those are like the classic tropes of those 3 archetypes. And I imagine if you're a warrior that doesn't bulk up on anything, like you don't get into making a bunch of food unless you, I mean, I guess warriors eat a lot of food, so you could argue that, but why is there another one of those? I just killed the one that was patrolling this area. Like, I imagine that type of character would be fine against most things, but as soon as you get into anything elemental where the element isn't stopped by blocking, he would struggle a lot. The other classes can get around that usually. Mages don't have elemental crap to worry about because they're often resistant to it. It's physical damage they have to work around, but then they usually have magic to deal with people who deal physical damage. And rogues, the whole thing is to basically never get hit. So in my mind, I see the stereotypical warrior of not having potions, not having elemental defenses, and trying to block things as problematic. Because as soon as you run into something that does, like, bleed damage or whatever, you could be kind of screwed. Melon, finally. Avoid most attacks by backing up or strafing. No, I believe that too. The combat in this game is not very complicated. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just not. You know, like, the bandits do the same 3 attacks until you find a bandit chief that has a 2-handed weapon. The only, like, witch or mage character I've ever fought has been the Ice Witch, who has always been an Ice Witch and has always used ice magic. And it's always the same spell. So, I imagine it's not too difficult to just avoid things by backing up. But I imagine that, you know, push comes to shove, you run into a fast enemy, whatever, you know, Wendigo or whatever, and it chases you down, and you can't just back up away from it. If you're just a melee character, you might get screwed over by weird special effects that they do. Maybe. I don't honestly know.
Is there something you need? Thank you for your aid.
Come back in 12 hours. Try to scrounge up extra coin. Bro, I'm loaded. I have how much money? 1568? And that's not including the stuff I'm about to sell to you. Oh, hi, kitty. I'm sorry, Gracie. I didn't know you were down there. Hi, girl. You never sleep by my feet. Let's see. I should probably make more jerky. I could also sell some of these potions. I have mushrooms now. I can make a minor omelet. If I could find another mushroom. There's a general store in here, is there not? Shopkeeper. Right across from the alchemist. Not you, I'm assuming. Why am I always blind? Are they up? Yeah, they gotta be up here, I guess. Yeah, next to the annoying blacksmith.
How can I help you?
What's your deal? You got any mushrooms? No. Is there a food person here? I've not found a food person. Hi, Gracie. There is the melon farmer, who I've yet to actually find. I think you're over here, I guess.
Can I help you?
Watch the melon farmer not sell melons. Gracie, what are you doing? Hi. Want some free pets? Yeah. Yeah, you're really liking that. Let's take a small break for a second. And cat for just a second. Say hi, Gracie. What are you doing? She's a little sleepy. Helia says, hi, Gracie. Oh, thank you. You're now gonna sniff the webcam. Okay.
Can I help you?
I love how this guy's like, yeah, get the marshmallows. And then he doesn't actually have marshmallows for sale. This guy's got to stop hoarding the marshmallows. I can see them right there. Oh, I can go down. Huh. Found the fast way down. I did basically no damage. Gotta pick them from the marsh trees. They are little... Oh, they're melons. They grow on the ground. But, it's funny that the guy who's apparently the farmer doesn't have any of those for sale. Okay, can I make anything cool? Ah, the assassin claymore needs the fanged greatsword. Interesting. But this just takes the steel saber. Funny. Crescent scythe. Inflicts doomed. That sounds cool. Firefly powder. I don't have any of that. Well, I should probably go try to save that one guy. He's around somewhere. Well, the melons actually do grow on the ground in this game, was my point. Oh man. What was it, 3 o'clock? That's not bad. I could probably go for another 45 minutes or so. Oh yes, yeah, you have those. I don't care about that. Okay, so I need to go across the bridge and follow this path all the way back until hopefully not too far away. I don't really want to fight that thing. I'm going the wrong way. Gotta go past the pylon. I guess I'm fighting this thing because it insists on being in the way. It appears that most things in the marsh are poison resistant, which, yeah, makes sense. Arrow. Yeah, we'll take all that. Why the heck not? They might just be really flat trees. I suppose that's true. What officially classifies something as a bush versus a tree? He's got an axe, but I don't think I can do much with the axe right now. Horror bow is badly damaged. How badly? Pretty badly. Free. Take some arrows. All right, hell yeah. Have a good night. Get some rest. Thanks for stopping by, as always. My nose is itchy again. Gracie, your fur is getting everywhere. Yeah, I saw the melon vine. I don't need more melons. I was just remarking about how the guy didn't sell them, because I was thinking to myself when I needed the one melon that, like, wow, I probably could have just bought him from this guy. And then the answer was actually no. He doesn't sell melons for some reason. He probably does. It's a random RNG assortment of things, but, like, it's funny. I'm gonna grab it anyway, even though it's kind of heavy. 3 pounds. They get anti-poison properties. There was one thing that I could craft with an axe. Yeah, the Beast Golem axe, but I don't have any of those components, so I don't care. They rot fast, so I guess he just makes them into jelly. That's true. Beast Golem axe stinks anyways. It's more the thing of, if I had the components to make the axe, I would, but I don't have them, so eh. So, how many regions are there for you to explore in the base game? Because I know there's the DLC area that you have to pay to go to. But they talk about, like, there's the Soroborian people, and there's the city... What was the city called? Sirocco or whatever that I keep going past when I travel from region to region. Can I go there? Is that DLC? Just trying to gauge, like, how much... Survivor Elixir. Well, I bought that, but hey, there's 40 silver here for me, and that probably sells okay. So we'll take it. Oh, hello. Nothing? Okay. There's the Giant's Village. So I'm not going the right way. At all. Not at all. But I can kind of cut back across that way if I go across the land here. Base game it's 4, with DLCs it's 6. Okay. So I've been everywhere for the base game. Enmerkar, Abrasar, Hallowed Marsh, and Chersonese, or whatever it's called. Oh, what the heck is that thing? Alpha, maybe? I'll try poison anyway. Oh, there's a lot of these guys. Oh, the little one doesn't need to engage. We're fine. I don't need you here. You've got a lot of health. I will go back to my pressure plate traps. I was trying to avoid having to use them on the little guy, but I will. In fact, if they're next to each other, that could be really nice. That one, incendiary trap just didn't do the thing again. We love when that happens. Oh wait, that one's on fire. I think he was on fire. No, he must have went off. Okay. Oh, another one then. Cool. That's true. My bow is pretty weak right now, so that would also account for some of that damage for sure. I forgot already about the message about it being weak because I haven't slept and repaired it, really. Jeez, all this stuff is heavy. I'm gonna get rid of some of these predator bones. I don't need them. More pressure plate traps. I don't think I need those. They don't sell for that much. Let's get a nap in here. You know what? I'll take the 15% chance of an ambush. That's fine. Bow is nearly 100%. Sweet. Are you the trader? I'm assuming no.
Greetings, friend. Farewell, my greetings, friend.
Corruption. I could get rid of the alchemy kit. I'm not really making much for alchemy, but I could keep it on me for now. These are worth 240. I still think I'm going to keep them. Take them back home. Never having used that type of weapon and just having found it, it's worth a lot of money, but like, I can take them back home. I'm probably going to head back to the desert somewhat soon. Let's see. I found one of those legacy chests you were talking about. Oh, hi. Just chilling, are we? I would like to unlock game. I'm gonna get hit here. That's okay. That got me. Come on.
Greetings, friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep pretty much everything else on me. I think... Yeah, I'm gonna keep the alchemy kit for a little bit. I can make more stuff soon. Okay, so... I was supposed to be looking for a guy on the road, but I don't have an official journal entry, so I guess I'm just gonna keep looking on the road and we'll see if we find him someday. Huh. Another melon. Flooded cellar. I probably shouldn't go in here, but I'm gonna go in here. Let's see what exists. Oh, hello, bandit. Okay. Okay, yeah, I hit the floor. Kinda thought. Nope. Nope. Wow. His attack animation dodged my shot. There we go. Pickaxe, alpha sandwich, okay. I mean, the pickaxe is free metal scraps. Iron sword. Hey, I could make the special sword if I get the firefly powder stuff. Nothing else down here? Okay. Well, you said that the merchant guy wouldn't be this far down, so I guess we head back to town. Maybe I passed it because I went the long way around. What am I doing? I need to go this way. Maybe I passed it because I went the long way around and didn't mean to. So we'll go explore that. Need to be going north. Ah, is that what the lever did? Opened up one of these, maybe. There's gotta be a side passage or something that gets you in there. There's a chest down there. Let's see what that gives me. In the quest log, Purifier was darkened out. Investigate the hideout for several pieces of evidence. I must have already, like, found it. I don't know what day it is now. But it says, find the white-clad missionaries on the Pilgrim Road. And then it says, investigate the hideout. So... And now it's all grayed out. And that happened immediately. Apparently. So I don't know how I would have, like, failed it. Ooh, fire arrow. I'm taking all of that. Nice. And then it says, like, in the hideout. What hideout did I find that had them? The only thing I ever found was this cave up here, but I don't think that's what they're talking about. That doesn't look like a hideout to me. Yeah, Hollowed Lotus probably is not that, so I'm gonna check it out anyway. I don't trust this. Silver armor? Well... Now I'm slow, but like... Silver armor sounds like it's at least valuable. Slow walk of shame. It's like a cool brigandine. Is it worth anything? Oh, there are guys here. Hello, guys. I really don't have time to deal with you. Have fire. Okay. More arrows. We take the stones. It's worth money. Good. That's really the reason why I grabbed it. Silver armor sounds like it could be worth some money. Unless it's got a much better thing that I should use it for, but I don't know anything about that. This sword is weighing me down quite a bit. I mean, obviously the armor, food. Pretty much everything else I want to keep on me right now. Alchemy kit I'm gonna use when I get back to town. I could make some food out here, I suppose. It doesn't take much to make a campfire. What am I doing? Sometimes my brain just ceases to work and I can't find the one tab I'm looking for like 5 minutes. Meat stew. I don't think I want to do that yet. Miner's omelet. Yes, we'll do that. I still have meat. Okay. I don't have any more salt. Oh, hi. I literally can't move right now. Oh my god, why is my pouch overflowing? I can't move. Why is my pouch overweight? Why are there things in my pouch I didn't put? Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. It's gonna hit me. Yeah, no, what the heck happened? Why did my pouch get so full? That shouldn't have happened. I should have all gone in the bag and not my pouch. Cool. I'm glad I'm back here and not with the rest of my stuff. What is in here? Why did jerky go in there? I blame video game 110%. That shouldn't have happened. And now my stuff is outside and I'm gonna have to go grab it. After I sleep, I guess. Why would I ever want 21 jerky on my pouch? That's extreme. What am I doing? Oh my god, I can't even think right now. I'm upset by the current events that just happened. That was obnoxiously awful. Oh my god, that's so bad. I looted a piece of jerky from a bandit, so it puts the entire stack in my pouch of everything I made. Oh, that's some crap. That is actually some crap. I'm selling this armor. You're the closest guy. I don't care who I sell it to.
Greetings, friend.
This stuff's gonna spoil and I can't make it into food because my cooking pot is outside. So I guess we're just getting rid of a lot of this stuff. The heck's happening? I'm annoyed by that too, because first of all, wrong way again. But I wasn't far. Like I can kind of see where I was. And it was one of those frickin' dinosaur things. There's so many of them. And I'm also annoyed because the shtick of the horror bow and it doing poison is, like, not really a thing here. So those things just take way too much time to take care of. And then it stacked all that on my pouch. Just unfortunate. Just a whole bunch of unfortunate. I don't care about the alpha effect from the jerky. I'm just gonna eat it and get it gone before it spoils. Hope somebody has some salt in town. There's a bunch of things I want to make. Do you sell salt?
Greetings, friend.
No. Can't go in there. Got it.
What can I do for you?
I don't think you have anything I care about. Pretty sure I already checked you. Yeah.
Can I help you?
You have salt. Give all the salt. I need the blood shrooms for the nerve gas charges. That's fine. Okay. Finally, was able to make the firestones I've been waiting on.
Is there something you need? Excellent.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Can you help with this?
That's fine. What else did they give me? He gave me something. Doesn't matter.
Greetings, friend. Yes, I heard about that. Sadly, I don't think there's much more we can do. Oh, yes. What?
How much money? Because I got
Remember
all
this.
of it.
I had a feeling that was the case. There is something you can do that we'd consider a fair. Can you lend me a hand? A Rosetta Stone, if you know Orai's ancient history. Bring it to us, and we'll help you with your... The catch is that the tablet I want you to fetch is in the possession of the Light Mender. Risking the fury of an immortal lich is nothing like bopping a troglodyte on the head. Greetings, friend.
Can't I just pay you, bro? How much money you want? It's more money than you can afford. I'm sitting on nearly 2K. And I have like another K at home, and I would rather grind
there
things
something
than
you
go
need?
fight a lich. Whatever. Keeping bandages on me.
Is there something you need?
Oh, the parkour, and then the plant tents. Yes, he gave me those. Like, I don't really have a use of these. I've never used them, never had to. Nerve gas, here we go. Yeah, they said, you know, avoid fighting the Lich, but my brain says fight the Lich, because if you can manage to beat him, you probably get something out of it, which would be worth it. That's what my brain says.
Is there something you need?
I need to make it back to the desert soon. Get rid of all this stuff I've been saving up on me. I think I've done enough alchemy. I don't want to carry that around anymore. I've done what I wanted to do. Hey, do you have the fireflies, bro? I could use those. Of course you don't. Uh-huh. Oh, he does have some. There we go. I'll keep the alchemy kit, honestly. Cool. Now I need to do that. What does this do? Inflicts doomed. I just want to see what this looks like. Looks pretty cool. Don't know what doomed does, but this looks cool. How much is it worth?
Is there something you need? Is there something you need?
240. Oh wow, that was well worth it. Holy hell. Wow. You mean to tell me a measly iron sword for 20, this gold lich mechanism, which I found 2 of, and some freaking sparkly glowy fireflies gets me a sword worth 240? Good lord. Yeah, I gotta get going too myself, unfortunately. It's already 4 o'clock. Well, I might just have to sell this for now. It doesn't even do that much damage. 25. That's good. Not that much damage, though. 8 lightning on top of that. That's better. 23 impact. Whatever. I'm selling that. It's 240. Wow. I came here with the intent of purchasing big skills, and now I'm not purchasing skills at all. I'm making more money. Or rather, I've purchased every skill that I wanted to. So people in Berg are gonna get all my money. But unfortunately, I have to call stream there. Having fun and don't want to stop, but have to prep for company, do some cleaning, put food away, all that other stuff. So thanks everybody for stopping by. It's been fun. I got a few lurkers here. But thanks for chilling out, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.